We all have to agree that this
Enemy! Maximum armor.
is not the ideal way to go about things. Hello, this is Retroburn, and today we are going to tackle the question of how to assign Crysis Quick Nano Suit Hotkeys shortcuts. We're going to make this one as quick and easy as possible. You have two options. One, use the Crysis Suit menu hotkey plus a combination of numbers, or better yet, if you have a mouse with programmable buttons, use macros. These will allow you to assign each of the Crysis power suit functions to just one hotkey. There is a third option, but it involves enabling the suit shortcuts menu and a combination of double taps, which I really don't like. Double tapping movement keys to enable a suit mode isn't really my thing. It's a matter of preference though, and if you're interested in it, there's a guide on YouTube for that by Stanley Setiawan. I don't know if I've pronounced his name right. Please see the URL in the description box if you'd like to try out that option. So here are the two options in action.
Maximum armor. Maximum speed. Maximum strength. Cloak engaged. Cloak engaged. Maximum speed. Cloak engaged.
So as you can see, both are definitely faster than using the dial menu. You can also see that option 2, using macros, is much faster than option 1. If you choose the first option, it's quite simple. Just use the suit menu hotkey, which is by default set to the key V, in combination with keys 1 to 4 for each of the 4 suit functions. I've shown you those several seconds back, but here they are again. So if you want to use armor, just hold down V, then click on 1. If you want to use speed, click on hold down V, then click on 2. For strength it's 3, and for cloak it's 4. Option 1 is the easiest and doesn't require special hardware and configuration. However, if you have a gaming mouse with programmable buttons, you can set up those key combination I just showed you as macros for the buttons of your mouse. If you know how to create macros, my work here is done. Happy gaming! But if you don't know how to set up macros though, stick with me for a bit and I'll show you how I did it for my Logitech G402 Hyperion Fury. Now, in all probability, we may not have the same mouse, but the steps should be similar. First off, however, a caveat. Have a backup copy of your mouse software manager. The first time I did this, for some reason, my PC wouldn't stop entering the digit 1 on every field I click. Make sure also that you have a means to open up your control panel for you to uninstall your mouse software manager if in case something does go wrong. I won't be providing tech support if in case your PC and or data goes up in flames. Do this at your own risk. So, here we go. 1. Locate your mouse setup manager. Mine is located on my OS toolbar. Click. 2. Navigate to the window that contains the game profile section. It should have a button that allows you to find a game's XC and add it to the software games profiles list. Mine is a plus button. 3. Click that, and on the window that pops up, fill the field and find the XC for your Crysis game. In this video, I've applied this to Crysis Warhead. Since I bought the game from Steam, I navigated to my Steam folder. I don't know if all of these work since there are 4 Crysis Warhead XCs, but since I'm using a 64-bit OS, I use the bin64 folder and the Crysis 64 executable file. Once you have the XC in the software's game profiles list, you can then proceed to assign the suit menu hotkey plus 1 to 4 keystroke combinations. In my case, as I've mentioned, it's V plus 1 to 4 for armor, speed, strength, and cloak respectively. Click on the mouse button, click on assign a new command, put a name for the command so you won't get confused on which button does what. Click on the start recording button or your brand's equivalent, because I don't know if you're using a Corsair or a Logitech mouse or any brand, and start recording those keystroke combinations. Needless to say, click the OK button after you record each. If you're wondering what those up and down arrows are, they signify when you press down and release the keyboard key in question respectively. And that should do it. One thing to keep in mind if you're new to this though, if your mouse's software follows Logitech's system, the changes won't take effect unless you click on the newly created Crysis profile that contains those same changes and assign it as the persistent one. You can then test if your changes work. Set the Crysis profile as the persistent one, open up a text editor program, Notepad or whatever you have in your PC, and test there if the buttons you've applied the changes to do really produce the multi-key presses. Lastly, don't forget to change your default mouse profile every time you finish playing. And that's it. This has been Retroburn, and you've just seen my how to assign Crysis quick nanosuit hotkeys shortcuts guide. If you like this video guys, please like and subscribe. It would go a long way to supporting my efforts in helping out fellow PC gamers. Stay cool, stay frosty.
Is not welcome. At home in New York, millions protest your aggressive behavior on the island.